December 2020. Happy holidays to everyone watching this near and far, faithfuls and non-faithfuls, all global citizens, friends and families. Wishing you a wonderful, wonderful happy holiday season and a prosperous 2021. 2020 has been quite a difficult year on a personal level and also on a corporate level, and more particularly at a global level. For me personally, it has been an introspective year when we've had to look in and reflect on life goals as a personal, as a human being, and more importantly, as corporate beings. We've had challenges this year, and I think I would summarize them in threefold. We've had a health crisis, COVID-19, which has been widespread and has become the cliche on everyone's lips. We've had an economic crisis, which is still unfolding. And more importantly, we've also had a learning crisis. We've had to navigate our way in 2020 in different ways and dimensions as we unfold and walk through this tiers of crisis. On the personal level, families have lost loved ones. I've also lost a loved one, not to COVID, but to other things. And it also has been quite tough coping with grief. And in the midst of this, we've seen that mental health challenge has become something that is now a national and global menu appetizer. It's something that is being discussed at homes, in boardrooms, and virtual meetings. And I think as we come to the end of the year, we need to be grateful for the things we've had. In many instances, we've survived as businesses. Businesses have not gone bankrupt in our group, but also think deeper to what we could do better as the year unfolds into 2021. Axiom, our EdTech business, responded to the learning crisis quite early on in the year, and in its support in continuing to develop and support teachers' professional development went virtual at quite an early stage of the crisis. And that enabled us to focus in 2020 on strategic partnerships and business development activities that will yield fruits in the coming months and years. I think it's very instructive that at this point we must understand that we can't do everything ourselves. We must, I repeat and emphasize, we must collaborate with bigger partners, with smaller partners, and with peers in order to achieve outcomes. And this will be our goal in 2021 at both the personal level, personally for me, and also at the corporate level. Our philanthropic arm, Lani Foundation, works assiduously this year to ensure that COVID reporting was effective at grassroots. We worked with international NGOs, and particularly the Federal Radio Corporation of Nigeria, training reporters across the 36 states of Nigeria and the Federal Capital Territory to report at community levels when we had the instances that the generality of our populace did not believe COVID was widespread in Nigeria. Our foundation worked in that regard, and most so latterly in the last quarter, in the last 3 months, post the ugly incident of the 20th October that ravaged the country, we found that my home city, Calabar, was the second most devastated city post-SARS, where disenfranchised people and citizens went out in rampage to destroy government and public facilities. Lani Foundation has worked there as part of Reveal Calabar Foundation to institute governance and also to institute community-led approach to resolving the issues that led to these protests in the first place. Some of these issues run from poverty, lack of education, and generally poor advocacy. We continue to work with the Rebuild Calabar Coalition, made up of several partners NGOs in 2021, and we hope we will also get other organizations to join with us to make that a successful outing. You can visit www.rebuildcalabar.org or foliage on social media handles to get more information. I think agriculture and agri security is something that always has been dear to my heart. And as I've spoken at a lot of conferences during the year, particularly when Agri Innovate speaking about food security, it begs to question if people are fully aware the extent of 2020 on our home plates at home. We're going to find that the global supply chain has been very much fragmented and in many ways totally pulled upside and apart. We've seen what's happened in the UK with the lockdown and food produce being transported in the UK as an island across the English Channel to France. This is no dissimilar to what we'll experience even here in Nigeria, where issues of insecurity have impacted harvest and thrown cyclical harvest seasons and patterns out of sync. Unfortunately, this means that food prices will continue to go up next year. Therefore, as an agro company, as an investment in an agro company, we need to start looking at new ways to support communities by investing and farming closer to large urban centers like Lagos, and also training and developing capacities in farming to produce better yields and moving to other food chains other than the one which we operate at the moment. I think it's time for everyone to act. It's time for everyone to come together. It's time for us to look out of the box. It's time for us, most importantly, to collaborate. We shouldn't just look at businesses as businesses we understand, but we should look at businesses as social enterprise, responding to the needs of the communities which we are part of. The communities, if we do not look after, will in effect become the communities that will chase us out. So as we ponder, as we reflect, and as we think about what 2021 holds, let us run away from upholding fear, because fear of the unknown will always drive us to become more insular. Let us think out of the box. Let us think about one another. And more importantly, let us really go out there to collaborate with the big partners, the small partners, the peers, to make the world a better place. Look into your value chain, look into your ecosystems, and every change, little by little, will build a sustainable future for tomorrow. I wish you all a prosperous 2021. God bless you.